What's going on, everyone? I need some chests. I just opened my chests not even a minute or so ago, and now I'm going to fill them. And I hope that if you're catching this live or if you're catching it on a replay later and you're struggling in Tour 6, this might be able to help you. Let's take a look at my clubs before I get started. As you can see, I have extra mile level 5, which is pretty normal for, people who are on Tour 6. If you have an extra mile level 4, there's not much of a difference. I do have the hammerhead. I like the distance of the hammerhead. It kind of sucks that it's an epic, but it's also a Tour 4 epic, and it's only level 2. If you don't have the hammerhead unlocked just yet, I would probably recommend probably the big dog. Maybe I should go with the big dog. What do you guys think? I don't know. Anyway, we got the Saturn in there, which once again you could see 1, 2, 3. It's a Tour 4 card. The Skewer is a 1, 2, 3, 4, a Tour 5 card, and it's level 7. So I tell you what, let's go with the Dart. Everyone's got a high level Dart. It's common Tour 1 card. And then the irons really, well, I'm sorry. Let's see, not the irons, but the rough iron. Let's see, we got the Razor 1, 2, 3, 4. The Razor's really the only good one, but you got to hit a perfect shot regardless. The off-roader's not bad. The machete could be used, but we're just going to stick with the Razor. And then we also have a sand wedge. The sand wedge, I'm using the Sand Lizard, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, level 5. We'll go with the Malibu just because it's a lower level one. Oh, hey, John, how you doing? And like I said, even though this is a video, I'm doing it live, so if you hear me talking to anyone, that's because they hopped on in the chat. I like to do videos like this occasionally, and I like doing them live, because I can interact with you. So if you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications. You'll find out when I'm going live, and if you have any questions or anything, I'm more than happy to interact with you. Hey, what's going on, Troy? Good to see you guys. If you see I got paint on my fingers or whatever, just doing some housework today. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I'm just working on Tour 6 with my beginner account. Now here, there's 2 ways you could go about this. I don't recommend anything higher than a Marlin ball, and just for the sake of people who are beginners, I am going to go with the Marlin ball because that's what you should use. Now, you know what? I'm going to go basic ball because it makes it that much harder. And because of our level extra mile, we want to back it up just a little bit to about here and then make our wind adjustment. Watch my wind adjustment video if you don't know how to do your wind. And we hit it great, but I think we'll be okay. What's going on, Tot? Good to see you, bud. We bounce with plenty of room. Would have been nice to make it without bouncing on the rough, but as long as our next shot's with the wood instead of a rough iron, we'll be okay. KJ says sleep. We were just cleaning out and painting a room. So, the other day I was working on a video. This isn't the video I was going to put out. This is totally spontaneous right now because I need 4 chests. But I accidentally hit the go live button, and you guys have been letting me hear about it. Oh, I thought you were going live, and there's a 2-second video. That's because my record button and my stream button are side by side, and my record button's about this big, and my stream button is, a lot bigger, like my index finger size. Oh, I'm ready, Tot. I am definitely ready. This is the other way you could go. He got lucky and ended up getting onto the fairway. I was afraid we might not. That's why I didn't go this way. I am going expert for the first time. So, there's always that. That's a little intimidating. Now, these rocks are kind of fun to play off of as well. Sometimes not so much, because you might hit the rock and it might go in a totally different direction you expected it to go, but sometimes it could really help you. So I'm aiming for the rock, and it's gonna have me fall short. As long as he doesn't end up on the green, though, we're still in this game. So if he has the big dog, we're in trouble. Hey, Allison. Just going over some Tour 6 stuff. Good to see you here. He does have the sniper. He's got a decent amount of top spin. So he may actually be able to chip this shot in. He might even be able to get it on the green. Not sure. Depends on the skill level. So we might start off by losing our first one. See, the big dog would be a great club for this course because of the level that most people who are trying to learn Tour 6 would be. Okay, that evens things out. But the lack of ball guide and the accuracy is just absolutely awful. We are live, James. How you doing? Hey, Robbie. Good to see you, buddy. All right, so now, man, we got some high winds up here. I'm not used to having these types of wins on Tour 6, but you know what? I do have a main account, and I'm used to the wins on Tour 8.
Chill, Dad, you gotta delete that, bro.
No, I don't. All right, all right. KJ says, I got a Tour 9 Platinum chest. All right, sleep now, watch us in the morning. All right, KJ, it's just some Tour 6 stuff. Good day, Tim. Good to see you. James taking advantage of those new emojis. I think they look pretty good. Hey, Helios. Melanie, how you doing? Wow, you guys are piling in for midnight. Midnight my time, anyway. Good to see you all. So we're waiting for our opponent here to line up their shot. Looks like we're probably going to go to a shootout, which is a good thing because then I get to show you 2 holes with 1 opponent. LaCroix. You guys drink this stuff? Tastes like crap at first, but you know, if you keep drinking crap, eventually your taste buds just give up and it's edible. And the great thing about it, no aspartame, you know, no sweetener whatsoever. It's just flavored sparkling water. I'm not really doing a commercial for them, but you guys always see me drinking Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. I'm trying to go a little healthier with my LaCroix. I don't know how you say it. Tim says it's 9 o'clock for him. In the morning or at night? Oh, awesome, Allison. Hopefully I can actually play some good golf. What happens here is you get used to the tours that you're on and you run into a little bit of trouble. So anyway, I want my ball to land about here. So in order for that to happen, I need to adjust for the wind. Once again, like I'm saying, you know, go check out my wind video if you're not familiar with how to adjust for wind properly to take shots like this. And hopefully I land it right. And so far looking, oh, we needed, that lack of curl kills me. We're on the green, which means we have a chance to win because this is a really hard shootout, but we're nowhere as close to the hole as I'd like to be. If we did bring a Marlin ball, though, and I would suspect you would bring the Marlin, you would take, you would use the full left spin and full curl. Now he's going to have a much easier shot than I did because he's got tons of curl. Don't go to that island. Don't do it, bud. I mean, with 100 accuracy, you're just 8 miles an hour is just way too much. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. Hello, Knight? Is there someone named Knight in here? Pacific time. Oh, okay. I never go for that island. Oh, my pleasure, Tim. Tim says, that's how I learned the wind rings. Let's see if they want a rematch or not. Nope, they don't. Okay, so you know what? Actually, I am going to throw a Marlin ball in here. I would rather do it the harder way, but if I'm going to show you guys with the Marlin ball and everything, you guys are going to want to see where you put your spin on and everything else. Plus, it knocks down just a little bit of wind, which is really nice. Hey, we got Kid Rock in the chat. What's going on, Kid Rock? All right. Play another. There's one or two Tour 6 shootouts where I wish I had a little more backspin than what's available on the Hammerhead, but and you get more backspin on the big dog, but that accuracy and lack of ball guide just kills me. Okay, this hole is very deceiving. I generally tell people go with a you know, like a distance ball, but anytime you have a headwind like this, you're not going to make it. But what I want to show you is you put that full top spin on anyway, and you just rear back and hit it as hard as you can. If you go the opposite directions, it's still going to take you 3 shots to get there. So it's better to risk it this way, because if you are able to land on the green and not go in the sand, you can get on the green in 2. Now, so I just always take that way. If he goes straight up, watch, it's even though I landed in the rough, the only way he's going to do better is if he throws a kingmaker in, maybe. What's going on, Jesse? Good to see you, bud. Got ATM in here. ATM, you still got the little katana ball. You messaged me saying you weren't going to be a what do you call it anymore? It's good to see you with that ball. However, if you thought you unsubscribed, I just want to let you know you didn't. It's still on there. Okay, so again, low level razor, we're not going to have much top spin, and that's okay. I like to go a little over to the right because I want to sneak in that little path there between the rough and the sand. So that's why you see me coming over here. Here, you know what? I'm actually going to put a little side spin on as well. But I'm not really going to overpower it. Because if I hit it good, there's always an opportunity for me to go into the rough, which I don't want to do. Wow. Yeah, you guys really have to come into the chat if you're watching a rerun of this. You're just watching it for video purposes because you're missing all the fun stuff. Fun and James says, RJ, Tim said to tell you that he is listening and wants you to call him sexy back. Okay. I'm sorry, Tim, but I find no man sexy. It's just not my DNA. Harley Rev, what's going on, buddy? So see, we didn't make it quite far enough, but at least we can still aim in this area. Now, if we used a better ball, we would have more side spin and be able to get a little closer there. But our main thing that we want to do, we're going to put a lot of curl on this, but we want to make sure that we don't hit the rough or the sand when we take this shot. So the wind's blowing towards the rough, so that's why I moved a little more towards the sand. I'm going to put about 3/4 of a ball of curl on this. I hit it great, no problem. We land right in there, and we have a nice easy putt. So see, we made it on 3. And once again, like I said, if the wind wasn't in our face, if the wind was at our back, we would have an opportunity to get on in 2. So that's why I always take the shortcut. Hey, what's going on, Greg K? Ain't seen you in a while. Hey, Mullins. Man, we're packing a pretty good crowd for midnight. Sandy's in the house. Is John in the house as well? How you doing, Sandy? J-Bone and M-Bone? We got M-Bone over here? If we do, hello, M-Bone. I really like your husband. He's a good guy. You trained him well. All right, so he wasn't able to chip in either. And that means if we both hit our putts, which we absolutely should, we will be going to a shootout. And as I said, I highly recommend if you're just entering Tour 6 that you go ahead and bring a Marlin. I think this is where, you know, they really come in handy. Maybe even Tour 5. Tour 5 has changed quite a bit since I used to play Tour 5 my first time through. And I could definitely see using Marlins. Just they replenish themselves. You could use all the Marlins you want as long as you save your gems and don't go buying cards that you really don't need. You'll always have Marlins to play all the time. Hassan says, good morning from Pakistan. Wow, we got some reach out there, don't we? Good to see you. There's John Bell. How you doing, buddy? St. Louis Warrior? Okay, this is a toughie, but not one where you really need backspin. We'll have a slight advantage because we do have the, you know, a little bit better ball guide and better accuracy. And he's using a basic ball, but man, sometimes this eats me up and sometimes I look like a pro. I can't really do much teaching on this. I struggled on this back when my main account was in Tour 6 as well. I'm doing great, Hassan. Hope you're doing well as well. And this, he did it right. You want to hit it up there, have it loop back down. It's going to be a very hard shot to beat. Anytime you can get within even about 8 yards of this hole, you did pretty well. Hey, Randy. Good to see you, bud. So, can we use all of the things that we have going for us for our advantage? Let's see. I'm going to go with about 1 bar of topspin. And I want the ball to land right in the middle of the fairway. I'm going to put a little bit of curl on it. So actually, I'm going to move it over here a little. And we're right at the max distance, which is kind of cool. So what we're going to do with that max distance, we're going to put another bar of topspin on, move it over just a little bit this way. We don't want to go into the rough. Just a little bit of curl. We don't want to go crazy. That was a really tricky wind, and we didn't get over far enough, so he's going to win this shootout. We were able to go up and get a little bit of a roll, so that's good enough to win sometimes because a lot of people get stuck up at the top, you know, or land in the rough somewhere, but it's not good enough today. It's not within that magical 8-yard area. Our opponent played very well. Let's see if he wants a rematch. And he does. Hey, Greg. Good to see you, bud. Happy you're here. Brad, what's going on? Pete. Man, well, yeah, I expected maybe 5 or 6 people to show up. I'm like, I'll just do like a video type situation and do it live and have someone to chat with while I'm playing. And wow, you guys are really turning out. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So we got a little bit less wind here. As you can see, I'm generally out-clubbed by most of my opponents. Here we got an extra mile 6, which isn't really that much better than a 5. I'm doing good, John. Thank you very much. Good to see that you're doing good as well. Going to expert this tournament coming up with my main account and going to pro with this one. Watch me not qualify or make it to the weekend on either. Then I won't have nothing to stream for you guys. All right, so I kind of like what he did. What we want to do here is we want to position as close as we can in this little groove, we want full top spin and full left spin, and whatever little bit of curl you have, you want to use. So we're going to just adjust just a little bit over to the right in case we hit it great on the left-hand side, because the wind's ever so slightly going to carry us. Make sure you remember to put the curl on as well. This has such little curl on it, though, I could very well still end up in the sand, and I didn't. So that's how you drive on this shot. And then we're both going to have wood shots coming up. So we'll be able to get on the green in two. The big sloppy, I like to call that. Look at how big the perfect bullseye is for that. Jeez, oh man.
Cover up.
My son's camera shy. Can you put your headphones in or turn it way down? Melanie says, hey guys, you think the tournament will be tough? If you stay in the level that you're in, I think it'll be right around average. I don't think it's going to be especially tough, but I don't think it's going to be easy either. I'm scared myself because I'm moving up in both accounts. I got the gold in this account, so that tells me, okay, it's time to stop bullying the rookies. Let's take it to pro. Why do I hear a clock ticking? Am I dropping frames? Okay, so we want the ball to land right around here-ish. So we're adjusting for a little bit of wind here. For the first time ever, oh wow, I messed up on my wind adjustment. That sucks. For the first time ever, I'm looking at what you guys are seeing instead of what I'm seeing. Normally I see mine in real time. That's so weird. So this is cool. I get to see, yeah, okay. It was a, I guess you could call that like a northwest type wind, and I treated it like it was just a west wind, and that's why I got myself in trouble. All right, so we still have a shot. I like the Malibu a lot. It's a pretty accurate club, although I'm not a fan of 10-mile-an-hour wind. Full top spin, aim right for the hole. As you can see, we're not going to be in the air very long. So I'm going to aim it a little bit to the right side of the hole, but I think we'll be okay. Let's take a peek here. We need to hit it perfect. We did hit it perfect. Let's see if my adjustment was right. And I was just a little off. We needed to adjust for a little bit more wind. But see, this is the awesome thing about doing live Tour 6 tutorials, is you get to see me make mistakes as well. And whatever you see me adjust, do the opposite. You know, I was able to find out, like, I shouldn't have went in that sand. But for whatever reason, I thought there was a west wind instead of a northwest wind, and that pushed me forward. So let's go after that next chest. I think we could max out Tour 6 by just getting these next 3 chests. Uh-oh. Melanie says, video behind for anyone. Am I talking and not matching up with the video? Because things are a little haywire on my side as well. Okay, this is a really tricky hole as well. You have 2 ways you can go. You can go the right way or you can go the left way. Because of my lack of topspin, and I'm so used to going this side, but I don't really have the spin or curl to make that shot. So actually, I'm going to try it for the first time since a tournament, and using a club that doesn't have much backspin, and see if we can make this work. Hopefully we don't go into the rough. We didn't hit it too hard. Usually I like going to the right. If you have a higher level extra mile, like extra mile 7 or if you're using more expensive balls, okay, all right, I'm gonna restart this after this round then. I guess we're I'm not syncing up. That sucks. I wonder why that's happening. Let's see here. Let me try something real quick. What's going on, Steve? All right, so let's see if just that little break fixed it. If not, I might have to restart. Ooh, into the sand. You definitely don't want to be there. Is it any better now? Okay, now what I would want to do here, no, I think we're still having issues, is we're going to want to hit the ball right here. This is what's called a rough bump. And we only got a 1 mile per hour wind, so this is a perfect time to do a rough bump. Put a little right curl on it. We hit it great, which should be okay. We're going to hit the rough and jump up onto the green. You can't beat that. Now, we got really lucky because we, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat and we're still having issues. All right, guys, I'm going to restart after this hole. My apologies. I don't know what's going on. I've never experienced this before, so I don't know what I could change. So I'm just going to restart. Because, yeah, my video's behind as well. I thought maybe they just did an update or something, so I would see it at the time that you're seeing it. But apparently that's not the case. My video is not synced up with my camera, my webcam. And I wish we would have got a little closer. This is a really hard putt. A little more top spin would have been nice. I don't know if we're going to make it on great. Nope. 15 seconds. All is good for Steve. Everyone else is having problems, unfortunately. And it is acting wacky on my end. And we lost half our viewers, so... Oh, awesome to hear, Aaron. All right, I'm going to restart everything. I'm probably going to be gone for about 2 minutes. And we're going to start everything right back up. But it's still... Steve, I hear you, bud. But the problem is, I'm seeing... Like, I'm looking at the screen and he's taking his shot now. But I don't know if you guys will be able to tell. Normally, these are synced up 100% to each other. And as you can see, they're not. And I did splurge on this laptop and got the solid state hard drive, so it won't take a long time for me to get back up and running. It's amazingly fast. If any of you are looking for computers in the future, definitely at least get the hard drive. Some of them come with 2 types of hard drives. They put the operating system on the SSD hard drive, and by doing that, it boots so much faster. So we're going into a shootout, and then I'm going to restart my computer. Now this sucks. This is one of my favorite holes. I wow a lot of people here. And basically, all I do is I put on full right spin and 1.5 bars of top spin, adjust kind of in the corner here, which you're not going to be able to see because of the delay. And then I adjust for my wind. And if my adjustment is right, which I'm, oh, and full right spin, we hit it great on the left, which I'm okay with. And it was an odd bounce We're still closer than a lot of people end up getting, but we're at 11.4. More unexpected bills, Jess? Sorry to hear that, bud. Yep, Aaron, you take the same way I take? Cave rescue underway in Thailand. Yikes. Okay, it looks really close now.
Dad, you're getting a call.
Who is it?
Alex.
Alex. One second, guys. Is it sped up now? Who is it? Downstairs, Alex? Is it? All right. So anyway, I'm going to restart the computer and we'll go right back. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about this.